Across Oregon's vast landscapes, time stands still. Once thriving towns now echo with the whispers of the past, their streets lined with the shadows of lives once lived in full. The land itself seems to hold its breath, bearing silent witness to the slow retreat of humanity from these places. Each empty storefront and crumbling homestead tells a story, a lingering memory etched in wood, stone, and dust. It is here, amid the rolling hills and sweeping plains, that the march of progress pauses. The world outside moves ever forward, yet within these fading towns the clock ticks differently. Nature creeps in through broken windows and cracked foundations, reclaiming what it once lost to ambition and hope. The air is thick with a sense of longing, a quiet yearning for days gone by. Join us as we journey through 10 Oregon cities rapidly fading into modern ghost towns. Through their deserted streets and silent fields, we will uncover tales of resilience, loss, and the unyielding passage of time. As we travel, remember, in these forgotten corners, the past is never truly dead. It waits patiently to be discovered. Shaniko, once a bustling hub of commerce and connectivity, now lies draped in haunting silence. Its empty streets stretch before us, each step echoing against faded facades and shuttered windows. The wind sweeps through the town like a gentle specter, rattling loose boards and stirring dust in the corners where laughter once danced. Here, the present is but a thin veil drawn over the memories of prosperity and dreams. As you walk through Shaniko, the absence of human voices is palpable. The hotel, the general store, and the railway depots stand as stoic sentinels, watching over a town that time has left behind. Each building holds an echo, a faint recollection of music, conversation, and the lively bustle of days gone by. The silence is not empty, it is full, brimming with the weight of all that has vanished. In this place, the wind carries stories. It whispers through broken glass and across faded signs, reminding us that even as people move on, the spirit of Shaniko lingers. The town's stillness is both a lament and a tribute, a quiet testament to the life that once thrived in these now deserted streets. In Antelope, the boundaries between civilization and wilderness blur. Where children once played and neighbors gathered, wild deer now pick their way through tall grasses, and coyotes slip silently past empty homes. The town's quiet is profound, broken only by the calls of birds as of leaves in the wind. Nature, patient and persistent, has begun to erase the lines drawn by human hands. Abandoned buildings stand, their walls softened by moss and lichen, their roofs sagging under the gentle weight of years. The church, once a beacon for the faithful, is now a perch for hawks and swallows. Gardens that once bloomed with careful cultivation now burst with untamed wildflowers, their colors a living tapestry woven by the wind and the sun. Antelope's transformation is both melancholy and beautiful. In the absence of people, life returns in unexpected forms. The town is becoming a sanctuary, a place where nature's quiet resilience asserts itself amid the ruins of ambition and community. Granite sits cradled by dense forest, its solitude deepened by the gentle sound of water trickling through the nearby creek. The sense of isolation here is profound. Each building, some leaning, others nearly hidden by undergrowth, stands as a monument to the fierce independence of those who once called this place home. But now, only the creek keeps company with Granite's quiet streets. The town's silence is punctuated by the occasional call of a jay, the flutter of a pine branch in the wind. Footsteps are muffled by thick carpets of needles, and the scent of earth and water hangs heavy in the air. In Granite, one feels the weight of distance, not just from the nearest city, but from time itself. This isolation, once a source of pride, has become a gentle shroud. The world moves on without Granite, but the town endures, wrapped in a tranquil hush where only water, wind, and memory remain. Lonarock's story is one of slow fading, a community that dwindled until only memories and weathered facades remained. Once laughter and conversation filled the spaces between these modest homes, and the church bell called neighbors to gather. Now, the sound of the bell is a distant memory, replaced by the sighing wind and the occasional groan of settling timber. The buildings of Lonarock wear their history openly, Faded paint peels from siding, windows stare blankly into the distance, and porch swings hang motionless. The main street, once the heart of town, is now little more than a pathway through silence. Yet, in the stillness, there is a sense of dignity, a stubborn refusal to disappear completely. As the sun sets, golden light spills across abandoned porches and empty yards. Shadows lengthen, casting the remnants of Lanarok in soft relief. Though the people are gone, their spirit remains, lingering in the spaces where community once flourished. In the aptly named Friend, time's relentless passage is etched into the very bones of the town. Structures, once sturdy and proud, now lean under the weight of years. Wild grasses surge through broken floorboards and vines weave their way through shattered glass, a gentle but insistent reclamation. Here, nature and neglect work in tandem, weaving a tapestry of decay. The silence in Friend is different, less mournful, more resigned. Barns collapse into tangled heaps, and fences dissolve into the landscape. What remains is not ruin, but transformation, a landscape in flux, where the past sinks quietly into the soil. Wildflowers bloom where gardens once stood, and the song of crickets fills the void left by conversation. Walking through Friend, one feels the patience of the land. There is no hurry here, only the slow, inevitable work of time. The town's decay is not a tragedy, but a natural process, a return to earth, and a reminder of our impermanence. Kent is dwarfed by the endless horizon. Here, the vast, open spaces press in from all sides, making the few remaining signs of life seem fragile and fleeting. The wind moves freely across fields of wheat and sage, untethered by fences or walls. Buildings huddle together as if for warmth, their presence a faint echo against the immensity of the land. The emptiness is striking. Each structure, a grain elevator, a farmhouse, a solitary mailbox, stands isolated, surrounded by miles of silence. The sky stretches above in a seamless dome, its expanse almost overwhelming. In Kent, you are reminded of how small human endeavors are in the face of nature's grandeur. There is beauty in this vastness, and a quiet humility. The land endures, indifferent to the coming and going of people. Kent's story is written in the wind and in the slow fading of footprints across the endless fields. Mitchell rests in the shelter of rolling hills, its quiet broken only by the distant call of a bird or the whisper of leaves in the breeze. The town's main street, lined with empty storefronts and silent homes, feels suspended in time. Shadows drift across faded signs and the air is thick with the scent of dust and memory. The stillness here is profound. Every sound, each creak of a door, each flutter of a sparrow's wing, seems amplified. The hills that once brought prosperity now stand as silent witnesses to Mitchell's slow retreat. Occasionally, a car passes through, its presence a brief interruption before the quiet closes in once more. It is in this hush that the spirit of Mitchell lingers. The town waits, patient and unhurried, a place where the past and present coexist beneath a sky that stretches from horizon to horizon. Sumter's hills once rang with the fevered shouts of prospectors, its creeks panned for gold that promised fortunes. Today, those dreams echo in the stillness, the clatter of pickaxes replaced by the soft sigh of the breeze. The remnants of mining equipment rust quietly in the grass, and the skeletons of old saloons watch over empty streets. The town's history lingers in every timber and rail. Once, rail cars carried away gold and brought in hope. Now, the tracks are silent, overgrown with weeds, and watched by wary deer. The grand ambitions that built Sumter have faded, replaced by a gentler rhythm, the slow return of the wild. Sumter is a testament to the impermanence of fortune. Where once everything glittered with promise, now there is only peace, and the enduring beauty of a landscape reclaimed by time. Detroit's story is one of both loss and resilience. Once a bustling lakeside town, it has been reshaped by fire and flood, its buildings reduced to skeletons, and its streets overgrown with saplings and wildflowers. The lake still glimmers in the sun, but the laughter and bustle that once filled its shores are now only echoes. Yet, amid the ruins, life persists. New growth pushes through the ash, and birds nest in the charred remains of old cabins. The community spirit endures in memory, carried by those who remember what was lost, and by the land itself, which refuses to surrender. Detroit is a place where grief and hope walk hand in hand. As the seasons turn, the town is slowly reclaimed by nature. What was once a testament to human ingenuity is now a landscape of renewal, a place where the resilience of both people and planet is written in every blade of grass. Golden lies deep within Oregon's forests, its last remnants quietly succumbing to the gentle pressure of roots and rain. Here, the impermanence of human endeavor is laid bare. The forest, ever patient, creeps closer each year, enfolding cabins and churches in a soft green shroud. Fallen branches and moss-covered stones mark the slow erasure of all that once stood. The silence in Golden is profound. Only the occasional call of a distant woodpecker breaks the hush. Sunlight filters through the canopy, painting the ruins with dappled gold. The sense of finality is unmistakable. Golden is returning to the earth, its story ending not with a bang, but with a whisper. Yet in this ending there is a certain grace. The town's disappearance is not a defeat, but a transformation. As the forest reclaims its own, Golden reminds us that all things must pass, and that nature's patient hands will, in time, cradle us all. These towns remind us that nothing lasts forever. In Oregon's forgotten corners, the past lingers, waiting to be remembered. Each empty street and weathered wall is a testament to the people who dreamed, built, and ultimately moved on, leaving behind more than just structures. They left stories etched into the land itself. As we walk through these places, we are confronted by the inevitability of change. The silence speaks volumes, telling us that progress is not always measured by what is built, but sometimes by what is left behind. In the patient reclaiming of towns by wind, water, and wild things, we witness a cycle older than memory, one of growth decay, and renewal. So let us remember these ghost towns not just as relics, but as living chapters in the ongoing story of Oregon. In the quiet embrace of nature, the echoes of the past remain, inviting us to listen and to reflect on our own fleeting place in the world.